What's up, everybody? Frozen Titan here, back again, playing some Wild Hearthstone. Today we're going to showcase a new deck I've been playing, kind of a Pirate Tempo Rogue. Really exceeding against the Demon Hunter matchup, so that's the first matchup we have here. Getting into our mulligan, we do want to keep kind of our stealth package. Flybooter's not a bad one-drop keep, but we're really looking for the 3-1, the Spy Mistress. Okay, ended up getting the deckhand. Not too big of a deal. Going through why this deck is really beating the Demon Hunter pretty consistently, it does start with the stealth package, so that allows for him not to be able to clear up our minions with just his hero power. It also allows us to proactively trade in the way that we want to, killing off his Satyr, killing off Hench Clan Thug if he's running the odd version, kind of like he is right now. And we also use some of these crossover cards like Skyvateer, which is a pirate as well as being a stealth minion. So we're also running a pirate package that helps to give us more tempo with Deckhand, Swashbuckler. Swashbuckler is actually another really good card in this matchup because a lot of the Demon Hunter class cards are so broken. We're able to steal one of those away and keep going. Greyheart Sage is really pivotal to keeping up our tempo. So we'll see that here. When we have a stealth minion, we're able to draw 2 cards. So really our game plan is in the early game to get control of the board state, get control of the tempo. In the mid game to play our Sages as our draw cards. If we make it to an unfortunate spot where we have to get to late game, using Myra's Unstable Element to continue to draw the rest of our deck to ultimately have the tempo to finish out the game. In the mid game, we're really looking for a lot of these hooked scimitars to continue our tempo. We want to get the combo effect to make this a 4-2 weapon. Has a really good combo with Deckhand that we'll see on this turn. So we'll play the Deckhand into the Scimitar, and we get the 4 damage down to face, and then the 2 from Deckhand. So a 6 damage swing right there, really good. Often when we do play Myras, we're looking for these scimitars, we're looking for the Leroy. The Slayer, also really good alongside the stealth package, so that gives a +3 attack to a stealth minion. If you have 2 of these in hand and you're playing them on the Spy Mistress, you're talking about a 9 damage to face, kind of swing there. Yeah, he hasn't played any of the cards that we've been watching out for. Snip Snap, don't feel the need to really take it out. So One-Eyed Cheat is another one of these crossover cards in terms of being both pirate and stealth that we're going to really abuse. Has a great combo with the Slayer that we'll probably see next turn. And we'll play down the Swashbuckler to get the One-Eyed Cheat stealthed up. Take that 4 damage to his face. And we'll kind of keep waiting. This is not really a card we would ideally want off of Swashbuckler. It is kind of a punish to our Myras to have a dead card in hand. We want our hand to be as low as possible so that Myras draws us 8, 9, 10 cards. So ultimately having this dragon in our hand is really a detriment to us. Alright, drawing the Eviscerate here. So we're going to do a nice little combo to get 7 damage off to face. We're going to go ahead and do want to save the Avis actually. So we'll go ahead and stealth back up our One-Eyed Cheat. We'll take the Scimitar to face. So we're already threatening lethal in multiple ways next turn with the Leroy, with the Eviscerate. And you're really starting to see how this stealth package, this pirate package, really takes down Demon Hunter very easily. He can use Warglaives to try and trade off here. He'd probably use an I-Beam here to regain some of that health through lifesteal. But again, we're threatening lethal here, having multiple ways to get it. So this deck is really a great Demon Hunter killer. We'll kind of go into the collection after this to show a bit more of the tools. We'll go into HS Replay. But I do want to try and get one more game in. This game was a little short. See if we can show off another matchup. But yeah, pretty consistently wailing on Demon Hunters. So if you're having a lot of trouble against that matchup, do take this deck into the ladder. and just keep beating up on Demon Hunters. Where I'm at right now on the ladder in kind of high diamond, I'm seeing a little less Demon Hunters, seeing a more variety of matchups, seeing a large number of mages, warlocks. This is actually a matchup I'm not seeing too often against the Paladin. So we'll see how this plays out. With the Paladin, being another aggro matchup, we might want to keep, again, some of our stealth cards. So we actually do have a great curve in terms of pirates. We're going to go ahead and keep this. We'll keep this hand. One nice thing about this is, aside from choosing which curve you're going to go to, if you're going to go for the stealth curve, if you're going to go for the pirate curve, most of your hands, right off the bat or off of mulligan, are going to be pretty good hands. You mostly just want to avoid drawing patches like I did. But yeah. We do have kind of the classic ship's cannon combo that we can do with any pirate deck that's running the pirate package. You can do something crazy if you have the coin where you coin out the ship's cannon on turn 1. You summon any pirate into patches and a parachute, and you get maybe 4/4 worth of stats on board. You get 3 ship's cannon procs. Pretty nasty stuff that you can do with that combo. Alright, so let's go ahead and play our stealth minion. We want to be prepared for any kind of shenanigans he might do next turn, whether it's getting a galvanizer down, getting a mech warper down. We just want to be prepared and be able to react with our stealth minion, a stealth minion that he's not able to take out with the AoE. Kind of a point I missed in the last game against the odd Demon Hunter is they really suffer from a lack of AoE because they cannot run Altruis. This deck that we're playing against right now, the Mech Paladin, will suffer from the same thing, that they, again, cannot run an AoE spell, really. So we're going to jam down the South Sea Captain. We're going to go ahead and trade out the Outfitter there, and we'll continue to send our damage to face. Going to look to get down the One-Eyed Cheat next turn. Really great card. We saw kind of the powers of it last turn. We'll continue to see the powers of it in this game. Alright, so he's getting down some really big minions. We need kind of some backup here. If we were to slam down the Captain, we could get the Wind Fury minion dealt with, not the Mech Warper. That's probably okay. So let's slam down a Flybooter as well. Then really what we're hoping to see next is we're hoping to get this cheat on board, consistently stealth it with our Sky Pirates, with our other Flybooter, draw the Greyheart Sage to get into our mid-game draw package. If he does get some of these mechs that are looking out of control, Maiev is a really good draw into that. We can make it go dormant for 2 turns. Really strong card. All right. So let's get down the cheats and the skyvateer so we can initiate some draw. Nice. A bit of a misplay there. Could have done it a little differently. Did the hero power to get rid of the Mech Warper. I'm not too afraid of the cards he has in hand. Let's get out the other Flybooter. And let's trade off one of these 2-1s. Yeah, he does have the War Gear. Hoping not to see that there. So he will finish us off. No big deal. Really not the matchup that we're trying to beat. So you did see, maybe some shortcomings of this deck. Is dealing with those really big minions. We're hoping to ultimately win the game before big minions get down. Magnetize does make us a little weaker to that. Did want to show off this deck, though. You see we've been holding a pretty consistent win rate around 60%. Playing a lot of games, so we're around 90 games right now, if my math's correct. Do want to show off some HS replay stats real quick. So you can see, just drilled down to this deck, we have a really good win rate against Demon Hunter. Let me see if I expand this if it gets bigger. It does not. No problem. So we have a 13-4 win rate against Demon Hunter, really crushing those decks. Limited sample size against Druid, Hunter, Paladin, rogue, and shaman. We're splitting with warrior and warlock, and we're favored in the mage matchup. It does get a little weird if they kind of snowball you, or if they have the right cards to deal with you, but a little bit favored against mage, really favored against demon hunter. Those are two decks you're really consistently trying to beat on ladder right now. And splitting with warlock, you're not going to complain about that too much. You can sometimes get ahead of them before they get their void color out. Sometimes you can't. It's really a 50-50 matchup. But being those are kind of the top three classes I'm seeing right now: demon hunter, mage, and warlock. Being able to split with one of those classes and being slightly favored against one and very favored against the other. This deck will really work out for you in terms of the meta right now. Do kind of see this as a really meta breaking deck right now. Really good against those three matchups. So we'll take it into the collection right now just to go a little bit deeper into the deck to see if there's anything that we missed, any synergies. In terms of the pirate package, we have the flybooter, patches, deckhand. You know, we saw most of these in play. We didn't see any ship's cannon action really. I mentioned what you can do with the coin with that card. We did see the mid-game draw as well as some of the scimitar stuff. We did not see Maiev come out. She's really your kind of removal option, so to speak, of dealing with those really beefy minions. To make them just go dormant, you can also find lethals by simply just, dormanting the taunt minion that's in front of you. Leroy, staple in these aggro decks. We talked about Myra's while we didn't get to see it in play. You should be able to see how it kind of works out. I did consider putting in something like Chef Nomi that, if we did have an unfortunate Myra's draw, we'd be able to recover. I think as you learn to use Myra's better towards the end of the game rather than a desperate Myra's early on, you'll start to learn that that's probably a bad idea to include something like a Chef Nomi. We showcased off a lot of these synergies. So a really strong deck. I will include the deck code in the description. I am using it to push pretty hard on ladder right now. We've gotten to Diamond 2. Hoping to use this deck to push all the way through to Legend. I'll be updating on the channel as well as my Twitter. You can find the Twitter, right here. If you want to follow along to see when that's happening. I'll also be streaming it on the Twitch right here. There's my username. Do hope you enjoyed this video. Hope that you find a lot of success with this deck in the meta and that you use it to crush Demon Hunters. One of the most scumbag decks out there right now. I am going to wrap it up here, though. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, leave a like. Follow me on Twitch or Twitter to stay updated on how I'm doing on the Legend climb. And I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.